Turkey season is coming up fast, and I don't know about you all, but I've got so much going on that I have to focus in my scouting efforts. I'm trying to get some burns in. I just picked up fly fishing, so I'm trying to learn that. You know, spring cleanup kind of crap going on. So I've really got to focus in on where those high percentage areas where those birds are. So in this video, I'm going to go over 5 of my favorite places to scout. I head to these places first so you can key in on those birds as quickly as possible. But before we go over these places, do me a favor, and if this is your first time on my channel, hit that subscribe button and make sure you click that bell icon so you can be notified every time I upload a video. I know I've been very scarce on my upload schedule. I know it's been a while. But I'm gonna try to get back into the swing of it, try to do some more videos leading up and into turkey season. And this isn't any particular order, but I'm gonna start off with what I think is probably the biggest, highest percentage chance that you're gonna find turkeys is you gotta find those areas that have recently been burned. If you throw prescribed fire on the landscape, doesn't matter if it's in the timber, or if it's an ag field, or if it's a CRP field, whatever it is, it's like ringing a dinner bell for turkeys. Not only does this help improve the habitat, brood rearing, nesting habitat, it's also going to promote more bugging opportunities. And those turkeys need bugs, those poults need those bugs to grow up as quickly and healthily as possible. It also provides that great strutting opportunity. Depending on how recently it was burned, you either got little to no vegetation in there, so those turkeys are going to be in there strutting their stuff. So if you hunt on private ground, get some fire on your property. Not only is it going to be better for your turkeys, it's going to be better for just everything in general. Also make sure you're trained and you've got some help. Don't do it by yourself. If you're on public ground, maybe call your local conservation office and see if they've done any prescribed fires in the conservation ground near you. That's the first place I would go. And the second area that's really great for turkey hunting is those big open mature oak stands. When you're picturing a turkey roosting, you're probably picturing those big woofy is what they call it. I don't know what woofy means, but I hear it all the time. But big, wide, branching limbs for those turkeys to roost on. But potential roost trees aren't the only reason that turkeys love these areas. If you had a good crop of acorns the year before, you can bet turkeys are still going to be in there scratching around trying to find some leftover acorns or maybe some forbs that are already popping. But don't just look for any open hardwoods. You want to try to find some hardwoods that, some ridge tops that are nice and flat, maybe some benches or just any kind of mostly flat area in those open hardwoods is going to be great turkey hunting. Another great place to turkey hunt, and I think it's because it really narrows down their usable space, and that's ag fields. Up in ag country here in Missouri, north of the Missouri River, I'm sure there's plenty of places below that, but I'm picturing North Missouri River, Iowa, Kansas, it's just open, row crops everywhere, and there's fingers of brush in the drainage ditches and stuff like that. It really narrows down roosting sites, it narrows down nesting sites for turkeys, and it also keeps them kind of tucked in closer to that sort of cover. Those open ag fields allow for, not only is it more visibility for you as the turkey hunter, but it allows more visibility for the toms to, really strut and to find those hens. It's also, I'm sure there's leftover food from the harvest before. There's bugs all in there. There's, some forbs trying to pop up. There's just a lot of food, a lot of open ground, and there's not very many places for them to hide. So they're gonna be sticking close to those areas for you to sneak in, set up in an advantageous spot, and just wait for those turkeys to really come to you. Now it kind of leads into the next one that we've got plenty of around here, and that is pasture ground. I tend to have the best luck in pastures, either in the pasture or in little openings next to the pastures. Again, not only is the pasture open ground, but they tend to have, some clovers or alfalfas in there, depending on what the farmer's trying to do. There's just cow shit, so there's plenty of bugs. And I'm probably gonna make a overgeneralization of how the properties are managed, but a lot of times the timber is unmanaged and the pasture is highly managed. And then you get this edge around that's usually a lot of invasives, but it's really the best cover for nesting near the pasture. So you've got food and you've got good nesting. That makes for great turkey hunting. So that was 5, or was that 4? Whatever, 4 or 5 great places to turkey hunt. If you've got some more of your favorite places you'd like to share, don't give us exact locations because that's a good way to ruin it. But if you've got some more places you'd like to share, leave those down in the comments below. Hit that like button if you like this video, share it if you found it helpful, and make sure that you're subscribed so you can stay informed.